Hello, welcome to the TSANet Case Exchange webinar. Today we're going to cover a few different topics. First of all, I'll give a good overview of Case Exchange, including a little bit of roadmap information. We'll talk a bit about member deployment, so what are some different options that are available for members. We'll cover how it works, go into a demo, and then we should have some time for Q&A also. Bit of background here to take a look at the end state that we're trying to achieve with Case Exchange, and that is reaching an area where we're able to have members select a solution that best meets their needs. Currently, we have a solution available from Hubcase, which will be the focus of this webinar. That includes both a web interface as well as CRM connectors for some of the SAS CRM platforms. So Salesforce, NetSuite, and Microsoft Dynamics are currently supported. But we've also had some discussions with Cisco Service Grid, and we do see that as a potential fit for some members as well, especially as we start to expand into the channel. Taking a look at member benefits for Case Exchange, you can see here from the picture what we're really trying to achieve here is that members are able to connect their systems into Case Exchange and automatically then connect them into either members of open groups that they're already a part of, or also connect and extend into custom groups. So if they have chosen to use TSANet to expand out to their technology partner networks or their channel partners, they can extend Case Exchange out to that as well, and doing all this by just simply connecting once into Case Exchange. Some of the key benefits for Hubcase, which is now available, first is it's included as part of your membership, so there's no additional cost for member-to-member collaboration. So this is just part of a benefit of being a TSANet member. It's also very quick implementation. So this solution, again, for CRM cloud solutions such as Salesforce or NetSuite, you simply download, install the connectors, and you're up and going within hours. An alternative, just use the member web. So again, very quick to get up and going with these solutions. And then lightweight and flexible. So this is a type of solution. I tend to compare it to defect tracking system, how you would integrate that into your case tracking system. So it installs a new object, so it does not heavily modify your case record or cause you to explore changes to your existing case. It just simply adds a new record, links it to it, and then you define the data that you want to exchange with members. So it allows you to create templates to define the data that you need to receive for an escalation, and then you can see when you escalate, when we do the demo, that you're really able to define what information you want to exchange with members based on the problem or the member that you're working with. So quite a bit of flexibility in this solution as well. If we take a look at the roadmap, a couple of things I'd just like to highlight on here. The first is that this is something that we piloted for 2014, so something we've been working on for a bit over a year now. It became available in the fall of 2014, and it became available with the CRM connectors. So as of last fall, we supported the 3 CRM systems. We moved the pilot members over to that system, and then we also started to pilot the web interface. And really the next big milestone that we have coming up is June 5th, which is when we'll have the summer release of the member web and Case Exchange, and that will include the web interface for Case Exchange. So at this time, we'll be really starting to push to scale users onto the system, since we do have a solution now really for everyone. So if you don't have a CRM system that's supported, the web interface is a great alternative for you. And then as we move into the fall, we've already set aside some time and resources to really take member feedback on the solution. So we'll have a fall release that will include whatever improvements are necessary based on user feedback. As we take a look at the deployment options that are available today, again, we have two different choices, either choosing the CRM connectors. So if you have one of these CRM systems, that's a very easy choice to simply go and download the CRM connectors. Alternatively, starting with the summer release here in first part of June, we'll have the web interface available. So members can choose either one of these. The other thing I would highlight is they're both really based on the same solution, so it's possible to start with a web and migrate towards the CRM connectors without a large effort on your side as well. So they're really connected to the same solution. And you'll see when we do the demo, very similar from a user experience as well. So that wouldn't require retraining for your engineers as well. So these options are both available. If we take a look at a couple different deployment strategies, we understand our members are at a little bit different places, and we do see a couple of different approaches here. So the first is a single activation. So you come to us and say, we want to turn on Case Exchange, and we can activate that for your company. This would be a good choice for a company that's on a supported CRM system. All your engineers are using that, or you want to use the web, and you just want to be activated. That activates you, and then there's really no additional effort as we continue to move forward. So whenever new Case Exchange members are added, they just automatically show up within your Case Exchange environment. So there's no ongoing effort with a single activation. The other approach, though, could be a phased approach. So if you're a large company that possibly it's a challenge to activate an entire company. You want to focus on a particular department or maybe a customer group first and then expand to a company-wide deployment, or say you're in the middle of a CRM transition. So a couple different reasons maybe you want to do a phased approach, and those are possible, right? So we are capable of activating you on a department level or a custom group level. And then also, as I said before, the web and the CRM are really part of the same solution, so it's possible to start with a web and then migrate to the CRM solution when that's available as well. If we take a quick look at how it works, this is a very kind of high-level view where we got an initiator that's going to open a case with another member. Again, you can see it doesn't matter which CRM system or the web that the member is using. They're all connected to the same solution. So member A in this instance is connecting with member C. And what happens then is the cases are linked between the two members. And this then produces, you can see here in the related field, a B2B escalation section, which is constantly updated as the members collaborate and solve the issue. So just a very high level how that works. You can see this example, a Salesforce system talking to a NetSuite system. So again, the messages are exchanged through the Hubcase messaging system and translated to the appropriate CRM system. If we drill down into an example of how this is installed and implemented for Salesforce, very similar in all the other systems as well. You can see here that it's created a B2B escalation section as part of the case record. Again, that's the change to the case record, so it doesn't make any changes to anything else with the case, so very easy implementation. And then the engineer, when he needs to escalate, he clicks the B2B escalation record. And these labels can be changed as well, so we've seen some members change that B2B escalation to TSANet escalation, so you're able to, based on your internal communication scope of usage, modify these labels as well. Then when the user selects that, it opens up the escalation record. And you can see here, user selects the target member. since you're connecting in your CRM system and the user's template, a lot of this information is auto-populated from the case or the record, and then the engineer enters their description, comment, attaches files, whatever they feel they need to communicate with the member. That's saved and then routed over to the other system. Just a quick example then of how this works on the web. So if you're using a web interface, the first thing is you're using that through the TSANet member web. So you will see once you're activated here, a cases tab will show up in the TSANet member web navigation. When you select that, you see here just a view of your open escalations. You can create a new escalation. You also view history as well. This is really the tab where you go and you're able to create new or manage existing escalations. The second piece of integration that we have completed as well is within your contact document. So now you're able to select a new contact method within your contact document and initiate a case exchange from that. So if members are navigating through the member directory, or they have a pinned tile on their homepage, again, if you chose to use case exchange, they would see that in your contact document as well. So it doesn't matter which way you use a system, still result in using case exchange for members that have chosen case exchange. As far as the functionality goes, you can see here it's exactly the same as the CRM side. So obviously there's some information that's not auto-populated since you're not integrated inside of your CRM system, but all those fields are there. The key field obviously is your internal case number, so your engineers can type that in so you have nice cross-reference to your internal system, and then again all the fields that you would expect to see on the CRM side are here as well. And then very easy to reply to members, you can see here on the top, and that'll become more obvious when we do the demo, how easy it is to use and collaborate with other members. The second piece of functionality is the email. Email notification, obviously very important in this scenario since your engineers are not going to be logged into the TSANet member web all the time. You get email notifications on any new or updated escalation. This can include all the fields that you see here, so there's a potential that could be integrated into your CRM system. If, for example, you have an email to case functionality, it's possible to bring that in. Or you could simply have it going to an email alias that's monitored by a group of engineers as well. So a bit of flexibility on how you want to trigger notification rules as well. So with that, I will hand off over to the demo.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm going to show you guys. You guys see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to show you guys a really simple demo, kind of give you a visual. I'm going to show you one page, and this is a demo is modeled off. So we're going to try to use VMware as an example, and which uses Salesforce and EMC as the other company in the escalation, which will be using the web interface. So we're going to do an escalation from VMware to EMC. Okay? But before that, I'm going to show you this screen, and this is the TSANet portal, and showing the cases page. And you have also the capability of accessing other TSANet features as you usually do. And so I'm going to go back to the Exchange, and this is when you click on cases, you get to this page, and you can do inbound and outbound, both directions. Okay, so for the purpose of the demo, and this would be representing EMC on the right side, and the list of cases for EMC. Okay, and we're going to start with VMware on the left. Basically, we're going to start a new case for VMware, and then VMware escalates to EMC. Okay, so this is the Salesforce page, and we're going to start a new case. and this is the regular flow of the support department use, and so far without any case exchange component. Okay. So we're just going to make a simple demo May 12th. Okay. And we'll save the case. And as you see, when the case is saved, there's a new section. And Paul just mentioned it, B2B escalation. And this is customizable. Actually, we made this one says TSNet case exchange. And it would be the same functionality. So at this point, VMware engineer decides you need to engage EMC or another partner. They click on the new escalation button. And over here, pick a partner. And some of the information is copied from the original case, and you can selectively share or not to share some of the fields. And so we can add a comment. So we're going to contact EMC. And when this form is saved, it does two things. One, it saves the history record under the existing case, as you see. So there's a line item underneath the case. And it also sends the case to EMC, and assuming EMC is using the web interface. So we're going to look at active cases. And let's see, we sort it. So you see at the top of the list, there's a new case appeared. It's from VMware Demo, and the summary is Demo May 12th. And EMC can open this case. As Paul just mentioned, it has all the fields as you see on the Salesforce interface. And they can choose to reply VMware by clicking a button and add an additional comment. Okay, and that's all. And they submit, and they will see two lines: the original line from EMC and the new reply. And if you go back to the Salesforce VMware site and refresh, you see another line item appeared. That's the response from EMC. That's the demo.
Nice and easy. Great. So I think, Ray, you might have to send it back to me, but I think hopefully that gives everybody a view of kind of what I was stressing there as far as lightweight and flexible. So not heavy integration. So something that's very easy to do. Again, it's for example, systems like Salesforce, you can go to the App Exchange, download this, and you're up and going in a very short period of time. Very flexible as far as what fields you want to send based on maybe some internal policy or things that are appropriate for some partners versus others. Also, this is one piece that you probably saw on the screen, but Ray, we probably didn't go into this too much detail, but you create basically a template that includes some custom fields. So if you require certain pieces of information from a partner to escalate into you inbound, you can define those required fields, set them either as optional or required to make certain that when you receive an inbound that is doing the appropriate things in your system based on your data requirements. So moving in then to the final piece, and I think Dennis will open it up for Q&A section, is taking a look at the next steps. So I think if you're starting this conversation inside of your organization, either with your IT team or management, to implement this, the Case Exchange brochure I think is really kind of the best tool to do that. It's something you can find on our public website. either under the features page or under the member help section. You'll find that, and I think it does a good job of explaining what this is, what the benefits are, and just some of the high-level features as well. So if you haven't seen that and you haven't used that, I would certainly encourage that as kind of a good first step. Then we have a case exchange section located in Member Help, and you can get to that from the Member Help button on the member web, or I've given the URL here as well, or if you go under Contact Us on the public web, you'll find it. So quite a few ways to find member help, and there you're going to find a lot of other things. So you're going to find deployment guides, some Q&As and certain pieces of solutions, some presentations, including this one that I'll be posting. So again, I think the member help area hopefully has a lot of what you need if you want to kind of go and look. And again, as far as the deployment guides, it goes into the details on how you do install this, get it up and going. And we'll be adding as well things like best practices as far as maybe workflow and things like that. So keep on watching that area as we continue to enhance that. But I think you'll find everything you need to kind of move forward now. And kind of last but not least, obviously, we'll open this up for questions now, but if you have specific questions or if you feel that, oh, we need to have a second call so I can get some more people on the line here, we're certainly open to that as well. So please contact us, questions, set up another specific call for you, start the activation process, whatever you need, we're here to help. So.
And Paul, I would just add to that, first of all, if you want to contact us for kind of a one-to-one maybe demonstration, we've got the beta site up now where you can play around with it a little bit. We could show you some things without actually doing anything on the production site. Right, correct?
Yes.
Right. Yep.
Yep, and the beta is, like Dennis said, is open now, and it'll continue all the way till the June 6th go live. And then obviously, after that, we'll still have the beta site. So if you wanted to kick things around and stuff, we do have that resource available for people.
Okay, they're asking the CRM systems that we have connectors for, Paul.
Yep. So we have 3 today, and they're all you can get a sense here. They're all really focused on the software as a service solution. So Salesforce, NetSuite, and Microsoft Dynamics. So those are really the 3 systems that are supported today. We are in discussions with some others, and if you've taken this year's member survey, you can see that was one of the questions we were asking members was, what's your CRM system, so we can start to understand are there other solutions we should be starting to look at as well. But currently those 3 are supported, so if you're running one of those 3, if not, again, the web interface is a great solution, but if you are on a different CRM system that's not supported and you've got a strong desire to influence that to the next on the list, please reach out to me and let me know that. So I think certainly one of the things we're looking for as far as defining the next connector we make is making certain that we've got strong member representation on that we have members that are strongly encouraging us to build it and they will use it.
Okay, next question, and I can answer this one, if one of my teams would like an overview, can we set that up? And absolutely, you can either contact myself or Paul, and our emails are probably the best way to get a hold of us, and it's just simply dennis@tsanet.org or paul@tsanet.org. And then I think we've got another question here. Yeah, outside of the recording, sure, we can do that. How does Case Exchange work for TSANet limited members? You want to answer that one, Paul?
Yep. So same way. So TSANet is available for limited members, and again, generally speaking, probably the best approach there would be the host member of the custom group would say, yes, I want to activate Case Exchange, and we would extend it out to their limited members, either through the web, or limited members certainly could choose to download the connectors as well. So fully supported for limited members also.
Okay. Okay, let me see if I can get this one. It's such a small window on this. If member A wants to use case exchange with member B, how is member B notified of this desire, and how is it negotiated?
Excellent question. Excellent question. So what we've been doing as part of the activation process is asking the member, what are the top members that you need to collaborate with, and then that really kind of triggers us to have discussions with those members. So if there's ones that are required, so we'll use it. If this other member uses it, that's certainly things we need to know. But as well, there is methods that allow you to, even if the other member is not on Case Exchange, there are some solutions where we could at least allow you to interact with them, bring the inbound cases into your CRM system, for example. So you saw that integration on the contact documents. So there's some solutions as well to kind of bridge that gap while we're activating other members on here as well. But certainly the first question we ask is part of the activation process.
Okay, and then how many technology partners are using Hubcase today, and is the list of participants available to all members?
Yeah, and I can send that out. So we have there's 4 companies that were part of the initial pilot, and that was Red Hat, Actian, Intel, and Aptar. And then we had 3 members that were piloted the web interface, and that was EMC, Datalink, and HP. Some of them are in production, some of them are not. Obviously the web ones are still in process here while we beta and go live. But those are some of the names now, but obviously we're in discussion with a lot more. So if you've got questions on specific ones, again, if it's a question of I'll use Case Exchange if this other member is using Case Exchange, or these other 3 members are using the Case Exchange, reach out to us and we'll be able to answer those questions on a more one-on-one basis.
Yeah, and I'll just add on to that. I think it's a fair statement because the member web piece of this, which is really rolling out in this summer release, we expect to have a lot of activity around that. So even if they don't want to go full into the CRM connector, that capability will be there. So I expect that we'll probably have a pretty large uptick of members starting to use Case Exchange.
Yeah, I agree, and I think obviously these with the CRM connectors, I stress that it's very easy, up in an hour. But we understand, you're talking to your IT groups. They need to, prioritize us in with other things. So I think there again, it could be, hey, we're on a low priority here with the CRM connector. Can we use the web interface? And the answer is yes, you can use that starting right away. And then once you get on the queue, so to speak, for the CRM connector, you can simply migrate to that. So just starting with the web and moving to the CRM, I think is very appropriate for those members that want to get going, but maybe are having a difficult time prioritizing within their IT groups.
And another question, actually, I just figured out how to unlock this for my panel so I can actually see this without, and this goes back to the very first question. So Larry, I apologize. And he asks, are there any plans on expanding the available CRM systems that it integrates with?
Yeah, and I think the answer is definitely yes. And part of the, what we do is each year we poll our members on what CRM systems are they using. And if you took the survey this year, you'll see we asked the question, what system are you using? But then we also asked the question, are you willing to implement Case Exchange this year? So we do that to try to prioritize which systems to work on next. So that process is really kind of starting now. But if you, again, are on a particular system and you really want to influence that, then send me an email and we'll certainly have more detailed discussions on that.
Yeah, and I would also expand on that too, Larry. If you're looking at something that you really would like to see, we're getting ready to have another board meeting, and that actually, rolls into a decision as you would in any company, and our association is no different, and so it would need to go into the board. So if you were looking at doing something like that, just like Paul said, write him an email, and we can bring it up and talk about it, have a conversation with you.
Yeah, in fact, there's probably one thing that I should have highlighted as well. So as Dennis indicated, yes, we've got the board meeting, and that's a big piece there. But what we started to do as far as the board meetings that are 3 times a year is we have a strategy day where we've invited some other members in. It's usually based on location, et cetera. But out of that, we've built some committees as well. So there is a committee for case exchange. So if you'd like to join that, and again, those committees are part of, helping to prioritize what we do next, look at some of these beta things. So if you get a strong interest in being actively involved in where this thing is going, then contact me as well, and I can add you to that committee.
And then here's another question. If we decide that we want to use the web interface, it appears that someone within the support team would need to monitor the incoming queue. Good question, right? Is there a means to have a notification for a new escalation when a technology partner wants to engage us for help, so we do not have to have somebody actively monitoring the queue?
Yeah, and the answer is yes. So there's an email notification that's part of the system. So basically you define where you want that email to go. We would assume that would be some type of an alias within your organization that maybe even could be connected into your current CRM system if it supports a email to case type trigger. So that is available, and we assume that you would have to set that up, because you're correct. Having somebody always logged into the member web waiting for something is not okay.
All right, thank you everybody for joining us. Again, right, I just reiterate, if you want to know more about this, look at doing implementation on it. Really is not very complicated. Get a hold of Paul or myself, and we will be more than happy to talk to you. Thanks everybody.